Welcome back. Still tuned in to Salam Media with myself, Salalo Makudir. The time is 27 minutes past 9. And you're still tuned in to your home of humanitarian journalism. And we're going to be shifting our focus now to Al-Aqsa Mosque. We'll be joined shortly by Abir Zayad, who's a renowned Palestinian archaeologist and expert on Al-Aqsa Mosque. And we're going to be touching on a very, very important issue. In a recent statement that has sparked considerable controversy, Israeli far-right National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir has claimed that Jewish prayer is permissible at the Al-Aqsa Mosque. This declaration not only contradicts long-standing agreements and the historical status quo governing one of the holiest sites in Islam, but also raises serious concerns about the escalating tensions in an already volatile region. And Abir Zayad, a renowned Palestinian archaeologist and expert on Al-Aqsa Mosque, will be helping us to kind of understand and delve into the implications of this very, very provocative remarks. Abir, jazakallah so much for giving us your time. Really, really appreciate it. Welcome to Salam Media, your home.
Assalamu alaikum. Nice to be with you again.
And I think, you and I are chatting after, a very disturbing announcement by the Israeli far-right National Security Minister, Itamar Ben-Gvir, who has claimed that Jewish prayers is now permissible at the Al-Aqsa Mosque. Really, really disturbing, really provocative. What do you make of this? And if you can just give us a status quo of, the implementation of this announcement. Has it already began? Have Jewish people already making their way to Al-Aqsa? What's the latest that you can give us?
As you know, it's supposed to be there is a status quo that Israel had to have agreement on it, national agreement in 1967, not to change anything in Masjid al-Aqsa. Through the years, Israel had changed a lot of status quo inside Al-Aqsa Mosque, but all the time, Israel on the media, any Israel president, any Israel minister, they say that they are with the status quo. But the fact and the reality is something else completely. Ben-Gvir is saying what the other are not saying, but they are doing it. That they want to shift Al-Aqsa Mosque to be a temple and to change the religion inside the place. The situation that already Jewish religion Jew that they are asking for demolishing Al-Aqsa Mosque. They are coming inside Al-Aqsa Mosque every day from Sunday till Thursday, and they do not enter Friday and Saturday, and they have a certain time at morning that they are coming in, and they are praying inside the mosque. In fact, in a very unrespectful way, and they dance, they sing, which is very hard on us to see that. And they start not allowing for Muslims to enter, especially at morning, to Al-Aqsa Mosque, to give them more time and more opportunity to do what they want to do inside Al-Aqsa Mosque when we are not allowed to enter inside. But what Ben-Gvir wanted is more than that. It's not only that he want to do that, he want to make it official by national way. That he say very clearly that he does not respect or want to continue in the status quo, and the status quo will be changed. That means that the ownership of the mosque, this is what he's speaking about. And he's not speaking about that just they want to come and to pray inside, which is already a crazy situation, but they want more than that. They want to enter whole days, all prayers. It does not matter if we have a pray or not. They just want to shift the whole place completely and not to stay or to respect, even that they are not respected the status quo. They think that they already not respected, but they now are announcing it in a national way. And the thing that from the beginning, Israel's goal was to take Al-Aqsa Mosque, and all what is happening in Palestine, at the end, the goal for it is to be able to take Al-Aqsa Mosque and to turn it to a temple. So Ben-Gvir is making this in a very quick steps, not like a normal Israel government that they was doing this slowly by slowly. So there was no reaction or strong reaction from the world or the Muslims ummah. But Ben-Gvir is taking these steps in a very rough and quick way, and he does not care about any reaction from the world or from Muslims Ummah. Already, this is. I think he have this ability because already they are seeing what is happening in Gaza, and that the reaction, the national reaction, the Muslim Ummah reaction is not. Arrive even to zero from what is happening there. So for them, what will be the problem? Maximum people will protest. Some people will go in the street, and that's it. So for Ben-Gvir, it's very clear. He does not care about the national world, and he's is saying what all the other politician, Israel politician, does not say loudly about the status quo and how they are not recognizing it and they are not respecting it. And
Mm,
the thing that this will not be only on Al-Aqsa Mosque, also the Christians supposed to understand that this is will affect also the status quo situation. It will be affect also the churches because Israel already start suing the chairs in Jerusalem for taxes and trying to take the land of the churches and to close the churches. So they need to understand that the status quo to protect Al-Aqsa Mosque is the same of protection also the churches, and that silence about that what is happening now it will cause at the end that none of the Muslims or the Christians they don't have any place for them inside Jerusalem.
And one of the absurd statements that Ben Kafir has made, he's describing the restrictions on Jewish prayer at Al-Aqsa Mosque as racism and discrimination. How do you respond to this characterization, especially in the context of interfaith relations and the long-standing sensitivities surrounding Al-Aqsa Mosque?
First of all, just, if you want to speak about races, let's take, for example, Borak Wall, which by national law is belong for us, and it had taken from us in 1967 by force, is not allowed for us as a Palestinian even to enter that area, not to pray or to do anything, just to walk from that area is not allowed. A lot of places in Palestine is not allowed for us as a Palestinian to enter in it or to be in it or to buy houses. All this is racist. They are the one who are racist and they are occupation. They want to take our mosque, our land, and even this we are under occupation. And to take our homes, take our lands, our mosques, our churches is something not accepted. To say that this is races or stuff like that, it does not make sense. All our mosques are closed in just next to Al-Aqsa Mosque. There is more than one mosque that had been taken by force from us and is not allowed for us to enter in these mosques. A lot of mosques in 1948 land that had been occupied by Israel are already taken from us and is not allowed for us to enter. So to speak about racism from a person like Ben-Gvir is so hilarious, does not make sense at all. From a very racist person to speak about that, and Al-Aqsa Mosque by all national word and also by archaeology is belong for us as a Palestinian, does not belong for them at all, and they are occupation and they does not have the right to change the status quo of any place on this occupied land. And this is already agreements that they had accepted also. And even if there is no agreement, this is the land that they occupied it. So, and they are the one who are controlling the gates. If you want to speak about races, they don't allow it for any people from the West Bank, from Gaza, even a lot of Muslims from a different area are not allowed to enter inside Al-Aqsa Mosque. This is the races when you are not allowed for us to enter to our ownership place where we ownership Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is something does not make sense. All what is Ben-Gvir is saying. All what Ben-Gvir is doing, it just racist. He's putting in his house a big photo for Baruch Goldstein, the one that killed the Muslims inside the Ibrahimi mosque while they was praying in Ramadan. He just entered and shoot them while they was praying. He put a very big photo for him inside his home, and he considered him as a hero. So this is the one that he's speaking about racism.
And I have to ask you this question because I feel like we need to just reiterate the importance for Muslims, not just in South Africa but all across the world, to understand just how much the future of Al-Aqsa is hanging in the balance and what they can do about it. In your opinion, what steps do you think can be taken to protect the integrity and the status of Al-Aqsa Mosque amidst these contentious statements? And what can be done to ensure the site remains a place of peace and respect, particularly for Muslims?
I think all the Muslims in the whole world supposed to take an action. All of them supposed to speak with their governments, to send letters, to protest, to say that this will not be accepted at all by all Muslims in the whole world. It's very important to have a lot of focus on this and not to make it pass easily, and to put all the pressure that they can on their government to protect these occupied land, especially Al-Aqsa Mosque, and not to change the status quo. In fact, we need to go back to the status quo in 1967, not the situation that we are in now.
And
And
just
it's
lastly, I think.
responsibility of all Muslims. It can't be any Muslim to say that I don't have anything to do. Each one of the Muslims, at least he can send a message to his ambassador, to his embassy, to his government. If the government sees that Muslims are speaking, they are, each one of them are sending letter, sending protesting, the government will start taking action. But when we are silent, no one will listen to silenced persons.
And just lastly, on a personal level, how do Ben-Gvir's comments affect you, as a Palestinian, an archaeologist, and a scholar of Al-Aqsa Mosque? What message would you like to convey to those listening as someone that is at such close proximity to Al-Aqsa?
It's for us, it's more humiliating each day. It's more racism. It's more difficult. We are terrified from what is happening, the attacking, arresting all the time. They terrified the people, so people in Jerusalem will not be able to speak at all with whatever they done. They are using this terrifying situation to change the status quo. For people in Jerusalem, will be the end of their life. They can't continue when the mosque is taken from them. I think people will have a very, very difficult days coming on them if this was continuous. We know that what he was saying is what the Israel government say, but when they say it loudly on the media, this is tell us how much we are in our mosque are in danger, and we hope that we can continue alive with the masjid, because there is no life for us without it.
I think we're going to leave it there, Sister Bir. Thank you so much for giving us your time and sharing us, your thoughts on those very, very disturbing statement made by Ben-Gvir and his assertion that Jewish prayer is allowed at Al-Aqsa Mosque. Going to leave it there for now. Jazakallah so much. There you have it. Alaikum salam, Abir Zaid, coming to us live from Jerusalem and giving us her reaction to Apartheid Israel's Itamar Ben-Gvir, who asserts that Jews are now permitted to pray at the Al-Aqsa Mosque, and the refusal of Jews, praying in Al-Aqsa Mosque constitutes of racism. And, well, just want to talk about racism. Someone that wants to, take people's lands, take people's places of worship, and occupy their lands. And you want to talk about racism. Rich. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be speaking to Zahir Raja from, he's a national volunteer at Islamic Relief South Africa, and he'll be giving us insight on their Ubuntu Youth Camp and what it's all about, and most importantly, how you can get involved. More on that right after the break.